All right, local swell trackers, it is Monday the 9th, and yeah, it's game on for the fall season. As we can all tell from last Friday and Saturday, this is the culprit right here, way up there, even above and below the central Aleutians. This guy had a easterly track, but there was enough fetch on that puppy to bring us up solid 4 feet on Friday and fading through Saturday. And from there, it's lingering a flat to 2 today, Monday. And we've got more on the way. We've got this guy that spins right here, and that'll be even bigger than the last one by a couple feet, is what we're predicting. Double overhead on this one, whereas the last one was maybe a couple feet overhead. This one will be pretty good. As you can tell, the winds are a little bit more powerful. And here's what happens with the track. It's pretty easterly. It ends up going up here into the Gulf, but it does near within, say, the strongest winds are about 1,500 miles away on this one. But it's still going to be 4 to 6 at the top, refracting reefs building Tuesday afternoon, peaking throughout the night and into Wednesday, the first half of the day for sure. And yeah, and then after that, we get just a little guy over here for about the 15th or 16th. That guy will bring us in some 3-footers, hopefully. This guy that spawns here Thursday, the 12th, it's kind of out of our swell window. We might see a little bit of northeast from that. And then check what the Philippines and Japan are getting over here. Just a huge storm. It looks like it is going to make landfall. So thoughts and prayers go out to these guys. It looks like it's not going to be pouring down on Luzon in the Philippines. It's going to be getting into the China Sea and Taiwan. But I don't know. Those things are very fickle. Keep you posted. Okay, now we'll do a little hindcasting going back Monday the 2nd. This fetch right here below Tahiti is what has been keeping us in the fun zone for town. We did actually see a few 3-foot sets, especially spots like Sandy's. It focuses a south-to-south-southeast swell. Clicking in the animations, you can see it spun for quite a bit. That's why we've seen a lot of background swell, as that thing has occluded and will actually end up keeping some swell for us even this week. Now let's take a look at the current swell chart from Storm Surf. A lot of storms, but none of them big and none of them with a northeasterly track. That one actually goes down into the Ross Ice Shelf, and this one's going zonal or east. And then the last days of the models, we see a couple weak gales trying to move up towards the equator or us, and we may see some swell around the 21st, 22nd of September if you want to mark your calendar for south-southwest swell, but nothing special. Taking a look at the jet stream, it's not as consolidated, not those pretty deeper red colors that we like. It's we have this guy, and that's what's bringing us in our swell for this week. But all in all, she ends up kind of weakening and splitting up here thanks to the new high pressure that's moving east and into the picture, keeping us in the trade wind pattern. And the jet will try to fatten up here at the end of 7 days. But for right now, the jet stream's not looking real promising, and neither is it down under. Let's take a look at the charts. There's that high pressure that will be splitting the jet stream and moving east into the picture. The one off here to the far northeast is going to be out of here. This new guy will keep the trades with us, although they will. There's 2 fronts here nearing the islands that could bring some moisture, more moisture into the skies and onto the streets Thursday, Friday. The first one, and then the second one pushed down by the high pressure. But all in all, those fronts were going to really lighten. First estimates that they were really going to lighten the trades for Thursday, Friday, but the trades, we are not expecting the sea breeze pattern, maybe for isolated spots like Makaha. Anyway, the trade winds are sticking around, maybe even freshening up. There's that low pressure off of the Kuril Islands that will bring us in some waves around the 15th or 16th, small kind. And then after that, there's nothing really worth mentioning. Now we'll jump up to the highest regions in the atmosphere with the brown sinking dry stable zones and the storms, of course, with all the color. There's that big broad spinner there, bringing us our swell for tomorrow and the next day. There's an upper level low off here to our northeast and an upper level low spinning and not affecting us too much off here to our northwest. These clouds down here are the part of the intertropical convergence zone. and rarely make it up over the islands. If they do, it's high cirrus usually. This gives you a nice picture showing you the blue skies in association with that dry sinking air, which is what high pressures do as it moves clockwise, and all the storms moving counterclockwise. As we drill down, you can see all in all we're really in a beautiful weather pattern. It'll get a little bit more cloudy and a little bit more embedded moisture in the trade winds Thursday, Friday, as I mentioned. Highs in the upper 80s, lows about mid-70s. And all in all, we have our average sprinkles offshore and windward in Mauka. And there you have it. Back next week with your local swell tracker. Pray for some more northwest swell and enjoy this late Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday one. Aloha.